Oh, nice little
Did you
drum
like
kit
it?
there. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
very impressive.
I'm finding all
li-
these things on the little machine I've got.
Was that
What does this
live
one
or
do?
was that machine recorded?
No, it's like, well, I didn't do an actual drum, but well, that's quite good.
Oh, very. We could just do a whole podcast of you making sounds
Yeah.
with your
The other
machine.
things you can change your voice. I don't know whether it does you as well, but I
This is
can.
like
I can do
It's sort of-
the voice disguise thing.
Oh, you're sounding like you could do a Ross Lyon post-match interview, press conference with these kinds of. It's just
He'd love that, wouldn't he?
entertaining. Oh, he'd love that. Sounds
Yeah.
a bit like Darth Vader, you know. Old Chuckles, Ross Lyon. Hey.
Chuckles. Is he going to last? He's the most important person in St Kilda. He basically runs the show.
Well, see, I think that has got to be the problem, doesn't it? He
Yeah.
can't be. I just got many issues with young Ross, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, we're not here to talk about St Kilda.
God, no.
We didn't do a podcast last week for two reasons. Collingwood lost, and on the back of some, which is I just need to talk about it, and Carlton won, but disgracefully.
Yeah. Yes, Martin and I were talking about how last year you remember that we talked a lot about honourable losses.
Yeah.
That, I think, Carlton and Richmond was the definition of a dishonourable win.
Well, that was.
We're wondering whether that was possible, but that was.
I can't believe it. I was expecting someone to come out and go, actually, look, give the 4 points to somebody else. Can we give them to charity? Can we donate them? Just a disgrace. The worst third quarter in history.
Yeah. And I was there, as you know, and I think it literally, it was just appalling. Carlton had fumbled it, eventually pick it up, kick it straight to Richmond. Richmond had then dropped the mark. Someone else had kind of fumbled it across, pick it up, eventually get possession, kick it straight to Carlton. And the whole thing had started all over again.
Well, if it wasn't for, what's the Richmond blokes, the full forward, if it wasn't for him kicking Lynch. 2 goals, 28, you would have got done by about 5 goals.
Mm.
Oh, dear me. What a terrible game. I'm sure the Collingwood game was much better, but this does lead me. Let's get off Carlton quickly because we've sledged them enough already. But I attempted on the weekend to explain to my lovely partner.
To explain,
I should say. Right. She'll go to the football. She'll enjoy it. She's not really into AFL enormously, but I attempted very badly to explain some of the new things this year.
Yeah,
the fixture being one, and the
how'd you go?
Very badly. So the fixture being one, but also the out of bounds. Insufficient intent. So I attempted to explain the fixture in terms of no, not everyone's playing this week because it's round 2, but it's really round 3. But those people who played in round 0, they have a bye, and there's 4 of them, and why?
But not all of them.
Correct.
Not all of them had a bye.
So the more I attempted to explain it, the worse it got.
Yeah.
And then she says, well, if they just only started 2 weeks ago, well, why don't you just keep going? I'm like, that is a very good point. And everyone I've talked to hates it. Hates it.
Yeah.
Because your team starts and then they stop and then they start and then whatever. So that's bad. I haven't found a single person other than the AFL who thinks this is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if I thought that was bad, I attempted even more badlier. to one, pronounce things in English, and secondly to I don't know what the rule is. It deliberate out of bounds, or is it out of what do they actually call that rule in between the arcs?
It's last disposal.
Whatever that's called, right?
Yeah, that's what it's called, last disposal out of bounds.
So we were watching a random game or something, and it's like, well, what's the rule? I said, well, it's last touch out of bounds, but it's only between the arcs, and it's only if it's a clean disposal.
Yeah. That's why it's not called last touch out of bounds.
Correct.
Mm.
And then again, the more questions you get, the worse it gets. So then it's like, well, why is it only between the arcs? Well, I don't know. Why
Yeah.
is it? Well, why is it just last touch out a bit? Well, honestly, it would have been easier to explain why grass is green.
Do you know why? Do you know? I don't know the answer to this. So it's a genuine question. If you kick it when you're not between the arcs, but it goes out between the arcs, is that the same thing? Or do you have to be the one that disposes of it? Like, is it the disposal that has to be between the arcs or the
Surely.
thing going out between the arcs?
That is a great
Do you know
question. It's just not like.
I don't know.
So, which leads me to my ultimate conclusion that the game is desperately close to being unumpireable. Like it's when you watch, there was a decision. I think it was Hawthorn. What was that game? Hawthorn Sydney, which is a half decent game actually, apart from the umpire. And it's not even the umpire's fault because the game's so bloody hard to interpret now. So the ball gets kicked into the forward pocket, and two or three, like a Hawthorn bloke and a skilled bloke go off the mark, and the Hawthorn bloke actually sort of punches it, and then the Sydney guy catches it or marks it after that. So the Hawthorn bloke who's third there grabs the security guy who's sort of got the ball and
Sydney.
tackles him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sydney guy tackles him.
Yeah. You said
So
security
not
guy,
only-
so I thought
so that-
there was a third team there. That would
Oh,
make
sorry,
it more complicated.
I'm a bit
Sorry,
obsessed with security. So let me
Sorry,
rephrase.
you know that facts are important.
So that's true. Important. So no,
Yeah.
the Hawthorn and Sydney guy went up for a mark. The Hawthorn bloke punches it. The Sydney guy then catches it. The
Yeah.
Hawthorn bloke who's third there then grabs the Sydney bloke on the basis that it can't be a mark because the Hawthorn bloke touched it first.
Yeah.
And sort of grabs him, wrestles him to the ground. So simultaneously has a free kick given against him. One is for the mark to Sydney, and the
Yeah.
second one is a 50-metre penalty for, rough sort of throwing him to the ground
Oh,
thereafter.
yeah, I
So
did
they get
see
a
that.
they get a free kick in front of goal.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, there's
Yeah.
4 of these idiots running around. Sure,
Yeah.
I just couldn't call them that because it's actually not their fault. It's so hard to interpret.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then this other rule, which is this, I don't even know how to describe this. Is it protected area? Is that what they call it?
Oh, the protected area. Yeah, exactly.
The protected area. So you
I don't
can't
understand
even.
the protected area.
So some bloke goes up for the mark or gets a free kick, and then if you're in the protected area when he takes the mark, you have to give the bloke a chance to get out. He can't
Yeah.
just. I'm sorry, you're in the protected area. Well, yeah, but I was there when he took the mark. No,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
sir. That's 50 metres.
Yeah.
Seriously. Anyway, my rant is over, but it's not even the umpire's fault. I feel sorry for them because it's just impossible to umpire.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's the first. I feel sorry for the umpires. This is
well.
it
But
is- it
clearly,
is just
Collingwood
this
lost
year it's
because
even
of
worse.
the umpires. I just think they need, my view anyway, but I just honestly, they should. Someone said to me on the weekend, they should take everyone at AFL House who has a law degree and get rid of them. Like it's just become a game of
It is very legalistic. isn't it?
legality. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just thought
And
I'd
technicality.
get in early with why Collingwood lost.
Yes.
Clearly.
There was something I wrote down about that. I can't remember though.
You-
Um,
Don't tell me you've done some homework for Pointless.
I keep these little notes. But
Wow.
obviously didn't write that one down. So it doesn't matter.
See, that's really working for
It's a
you.
good story. It's a good story.
That's good. That's great. That's great listening.
So should we talk about Pendlebury and the one rule for him and one rule for everybody else?
Well,
You know.
yeah, but that works both ways. So,
Oh, it could only work one way the other day. Which other way can it work?
well, I kind of see it in a few different ways, and clearly I'm horrendously biased. But one, can't believe you got put in the first place. So there's a double standard. Nobody reports Scott Pendlebury. It's like that. Like it just doesn't. It's almost like a rule. If they're going to have all these ridiculous rules, surely one rule should be that Scott can just do whatever he likes. But
Yes.
But even when you're watching, I was like, oh, seriously, like just because the bloke throws his head back and hits the ground doesn't necessarily mean someone should get reported. Anyway,
I think the issue I had with it was I don't think that should be a rule, but the rule is I think if you choose to bump and you get somebody in the head, then you're in
out.
trouble. So
Well,
I was looking at that, and they didn't talk about that much. So he was talking about he braced.
He didn't bump, he braced. It's different.
Yes. And I can see that. And the reality is, and looking at a lot of the analysis and stuff, you've got like a microsecond where that happens.
Yeah, correct.
So you slow it right down. And of course, he's done I think Pendlebury did the right thing by putting his elbow down, braced for the contact, and it's physically impossible to do anything different.
Well, exactly. So what is a player supposed to do? And if you actually watch it, even when they slow it down to bloody micro frames and all that kind of stuff, which is a bit silly because it doesn't really happen like that, but he sort of braces and then almost leans backwards. He almost just like anyway.
Yeah,
but
he did the right thing.
Well, I think he did. Anyway,
but he still
the other question.
Got off.
Oh, sure, of course he should have. It's a good bloke. It's a good bloke.
He shouldn't have been reported in the first place. I agree with that. But once you report it,
all right. So now that we report him, give him a week. So the question is, does that? So that therefore means that he has been like he has been reported. Like what do you call it? That goes against his record.
Suspended, but he wasn't suspended. You see, so he has never been suspended, but he got a fine.
But he's never. But that means he has a blemish, shall we say?
He has got a blemish.
In 420 something games, he's now been blemished.
Well, I think. I think he should be proud of it. No,
I think
he's been too soft.
How many games do you think it would take most players now to be blemished?
I wouldn't. Well, you didn't take Toby Green 427 games to get blemished.
No, it hasn't. Toby been well and truly well blemished, I would have thought. Poor Toby. Sorry, Gemma, but yes, he would have.
Yeah.
But there's a few well blemished players that didn't get to it. But the other players that got to 400 and whatever games, were they blemished? Sure they were.
Boomer Harvey was it? Did he ever get reported? I wonder.
I don't know. The next question that came is, okay, now that he was sort of found guilty, but got not suspended because he's a good bloke, does that mean that he can win the Brownlow?
Yeah, absolutely, because he didn't get suspended. In fact, they should just give it to him because he's such a good bloke. And I wonder if in the Brownlow there's a clause like they used for exceptional circumstances.
Scott Pendlebury. How funny would that be?
Only got 3 votes for the year, but due to exceptional circumstances, we're going to give him the Brownlow.
Scott Pendlebury is on 442 games, breaks the record, wins the Brownlow on Brownlow night, and then gets suspended. And the bloke that comes second, Nick Dacos, suddenly gets the Brownlow. How good would that be?
That's the only chance Nick Dacos has got, I think. He's definitely going to come second again.
So then Scott Pendlebury relinquishes the Brownlow on the basis that he's been blemished. Can
you bet on people coming second for the Brownlow? You can bet on who's going to win.
I'll tell you who my money's on. Bloody hell. I see young Nick doesn't want to sign the Bonanza extension to his Collingwood contract.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Well, that's what's reported. I think it's complete bullshit itself. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yes,
so there you go. That's my tip. Pendlebury wins the Brownlow, gives it up on the basis of blemish to Nick Dacos, who comes second. Can you do that?
So that blemish would mean that the Brownlow would be tarnished.
Correct.
It would be a blemish leading to a tarnish, I think.
I agree.
So Nick Dacos it would have, like in the history books, it'll have 2026 and Dacos asterisk down the bottom, like tarnished.
Kind of no. When they do it, it's like a sort of a reddy coppery colour. You know, when it gets a bit tarnished.
Oh yeah, that's varnish. Is that varnish, not tarnish?
They give you. No, that's tarnished, isn't it? Yeah,
tarnished.
they give you the medal, the Brownlow medal, but it's got a slight kind of coppery hue.
Yeah. It's like the bronze medal instead of the gold.
Yeah. So this is the Brownlow, but it's slightly tarnished. I'm sorry, Nick.
Tarnished, yeah.
So you'd put your money on him coming second again, wouldn't you? But I think that Brownlow's already in danger. I think the last 4 or 5 have been a bit tarnished myself, to be perfectly honest. That's no disrespect to people because they're very good players who've won it, but far out.
My 2 favourite players, Matt Rowell and Pat Cripps.
Ugh.
Cripps. So
you
wash your
win
mouth
this
out.
year
Thank you very much.
I tell you who's not going to win it this year that's Patrick Cripps.
Oh, he's not. He's a shadow of himself.
But I think Patrick's still trying to do everything. That's I have this theory about Patrick. They should not make him captain. They should give it to, I don't know, one of the Hollands.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
We should discuss.
Give it to Blakers.
Blakers. Oh yeah. Who should we give the? Who should this is that? Please, our listeners should write in or dial in or whatever they do. But who should be the next Carlton captain? That is the most fascinating.
Well, I'll tell you who definitely should not, and that's Wiedering. He is he's like a champion backman, and I love him. But from a leadership point of view, he's a shocker. He's just. Did you see that clip of? I forget who was talking about him. I think it was Luke Hodge, and he singled him out in the Richmond game, or maybe it was even Sydney. But when Cripps somebody picked on Cripps, and a couple of players went up to protect him or see if he was all right. Wiedering just walked away, and there were 3 or 4 of those examples. And Hodge was saying, "Look, from one of the core problems with Carlton is leadership. You got Cripps who's trying to do everything, and now he can't anymore.
Yep.
And then you've got the other senior leaders like Wiedering, who's vice captain, who's not in there firing everybody up or leading or visibly. He's just not that sort of guy.
He's not that sort of guy, no.
And that's fine. I'm not – I think he's he's probably a great person, and I think he's an amazing player. But if you're going to put people like that into leadership positions, they need to have something else.
Ooh,
so I think that is a massive part of Carlton's issue, just who's leading on field and off field.
Well, see, that's a very good point. I mean, who you go through the list, you go, God, who would even come close?
No, I know. That's a massive problem.
Who would it be? Well, the only one I can think of, but I don't think he's a bit in the Wiedering thing is Sam Walsh.
Sam Walsh, yeah.
Right?
I know, and I feel the same.
But Sam Walsh just kicks the ball backwards all the time, so you can't pick him.
I heard Carlton described for their second halves as being nonchalant, particularly against Richmond. Nonchalant, and I think that's quite a good description. And so what we really need is a player who can be chalant. Because that's the captain we need. We need a chalant.
You
captain.
have a very yes. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Your first half is very chalant, and then you become nonchalant,
and then we become nonchalant.
Oh dear me!
I thought of another thing about Carlton that I know you'd like. In terms of the halves. So I've worked out that having gone to that Richmond game and a lot of games last year. I realised going to a Carlton game is like going to the supermarket and buying a chicken, a supermarket chicken. It seems like a great idea at the time. You're really hungry, you get there and you get the chicken, it's fantastic, you bring it home and you woof into it, and about halfway through you think, I'm going to eat it all. And then you go, no, you know what? I can't eat a whole chicken. So Carlton is a supermarket chicken. Like. Yeah, get one of those ones that's been sitting on the shelf for 30 years.
I'm going to give it away already, but I reckon the title of this podcast is Carlton is a supermarket chicken. And it's possibly the best title we've ever had, other than Chicken Crimpy. But you are a supermarket chicken. What the fuck? It happens every week.
Yeah.
Do you? How many chickens do you buy a week? I should give our listeners a heads up, because Dominic's reasonably fond of your chicken.
I do love a chicken. Yes. I wouldn't say more than one a week, and it's not always one every week either. But It is
Does
like
that,
when it
is
comes
that on
around
average? So does that mean like 1 week you might not have one, but then 1 week you might have like 3?
Yeah, 2. No, I can't think of any time I've had 2 in 1 week.
Oh, you supermarket. I could not agree more with that description of Carlton. I think you are a supermarket chicken. But there's no
thought
one
you'd
else
like
in
that.
that team. Because if Cripps, how old is Cripps? Is he like, he's about to,
He's old, but he's not as old as some of them.
he's 31.
Like Pendlebury and stuff.
31 he
30
is.
31,
Right? So
yeah.
he can still play for a couple of years. But they need to pass the baton on. They need to pass the chicken on. So who would have, God knows.
No, I don't know. I really don't know.
Can I just say, how is Sam Walsh only 25
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
old?
I
How
was
does that
surprised. I
work?
didn't
He's been
realise
playing
that.
forever.
He must have. He really hit the ground running, literally, when he got drafted. I think as an 18-year-old. So I think he had a pretty good first year. He was number 1 draft pick, I think, wasn't he? And so
I just think it just feels like he's been playing for 10, 20 years.
yeah,
It really
Yeah.
does. Maybe that wouldn't be the worst decision in the
it'd
world.
have to be Sam Walsh. I think that's the only one.
It could be.
But he is a bit like the Wiedering issue, and I think that's what a lot of them are. You know, they're probably really nice guys.
So maybe you should go down the Collingwood route with Darcy Moore, someone who's different to your average captain necessarily.
Yeah, sure, but who at Carlton are still? Yeah. Anyway, let's
Anyway, it's a conundrum.
Oh, it is.
I do like the your firstly I do like your chicken analogy. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
But I do like your chalant first halves.
I'm going to watch the game this weekend and look for anybody who shows any signs of being chalant, and I'll report back next time. A chalant watch list. We need a chalant watch list.
Oh, we do. Okay. Oh, no, I'm happy to do that this weekend. Bit of chalantness.
Yeah.
But when did you last win a second half? I reckon it's
well, that's a good question. We've won a lot of first halves. Again,
you win every
we're
first
ahead
half.
of Sydney. We're ahead of Sydney, so we're 100% this year. Again, in first halves.
Oh, shit.
Which means we're 100% for losing second halves.
Now, you did give me a heads up. You've done one of your ridiculous ladders.
Oh, this is exciting. Yes.
So for you, it might be. Everyone else is just now turned off.
So the listeners on the edge of their seat to see what's going to happen. So the new ladder is the Stranger Things ladder. Because for anybody who's watched Stranger Things, they talk about the upside down. And right. I can't really comment as an expert on Stranger Things because I only just started watching it a couple of months ago. But yes, lots about the upside down. I don't know whether that continues all the way through, but anyway, it's the upside down ladder. And what it means is that when two teams play, if a team low down on the ladder beats a team that's high up on the ladder, they swap positions.
Oh, I love this concept.
If the team that's higher wins, then they just stay in the same positions.
I love this. I can't wait.
Very exciting. So what that means for last round was, you'll recall that North Melbourne had a fantastic win in their first round against Port Adelaide. So they were fourth on the ladder.
They're now last.
And they lost to West Coast.
Oh.
Which means that West Coast is now in the top 4. Is fourth.
Oh, excellent.
So I already love it.
I can't think of. I'm trying to think. It immediately gets your brain going. I think, oh shit, who did who?
So the ones that were the big games on the weekend were Hawthorn.
Oh yeah,
Hawthorn and Sydney. So Sydney was top of the ladder.
So Hawthorn's now top.
So Hawthorn's now top. And who else was it? Freo beat. Who did they play? Melbourne. Yep.
Geez, that
wasn't as big
pretty fast.
That wasn't
the Melbourne
bigger move.
I did happen to in amongst being hungover on Friday morning. On Thursday evening, I did happen to go out with some Melbourne supporters who, to say they were cock a hoop would be gross understatement. To which I did respond and say, it's one game.
Yeah.
And it's March. It's summer, basically.
Yep.
That bubble burst in about 10 minutes in the first quarter, didn't it? Bang. You could hear it from Perth. You could hear it from here.
Surprise. Yeah,
Bang.
it popped.
You could hear the bubble burst from Melbourne, from Perth. But anyway,
yes.
There you go. Do go on.
Yeah. Yep.
So Melbourne's now kind of not very high.
So Melbourne's now 13th. It's all a bit of a mess. Next week will be better because, well, actually not. Once they stop the buys, it'll be better because you don't know what to do with the teams that didn't play opening round.
Well, you can't do anything with them.
Well, they didn't have a position on the ladder, so like Adelaide beat you.
No, they get Adelaide. Well, that's true, but
they haven't played.
Well, it doesn't matter. They have to take Collingwood's spot. That's just
but where do you go then?
Well, we become a dash.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so we go to the bottom of the ladder, but we're a dash, but we're higher because we're alphabetically high.
That's the only thing
That's
I
what
can think
happens. That's what you have to do.
Yeah,
that's what the buy round. I know exactly.
Yeah,
do you know? I think we
everything.
did. I do like this ladder. I was just going to make comment that it's not until round 9 where we stop having buys.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? No, round 8.
Yes, I can believe it.
I'm getting this all through wrong. But there's fucking buys everywhere. Anyway. Is anything else exciting on your? What are we calling this ladder?
The Stranger Things ladder.
Stranger Things ladder. That's true.
Yeah, just
the upside down. I do like that actually.
Upside down ladder. Upside down.
But now, just it's been a while since we talked about Collingwood. So Bobby Hill back for Collingwood, back at training.
Oh, is he?
Everyone's
good?
Excited.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we are. I think we're. So we get a few players back. Oh, we're very excited. We're very excited. Doesn't mean we're going to win, but we're excited. You can still be excited.
Who are you playing? I don't even know who's playing this week.
We are playing GWS at the home of football, Marvel Stadium.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
My other little thing about because
Friday night
took young Garrett and Moss to the MCG on Sunday. No game at the MCG. No game in Melbourne on Sunday. So,
really?
So the teams that had the bye.
Yeah.
All 4 of them were kind of on the larger sort of.
That was pretty dumb.
Supporter base, right?
I was noticing that as well.
Correct. So the Sunday games, like I sent you a text, were about the least inspiring games. Like it's West Coast, North Melbourne in Perth, and then what was the other one?
Port Adelaide
and Essington. I mean, God. I mean, if you're ever feeling a bit flat in your life, just think you could be Essington.
Yeah, I did think that on the weekend. It's like I feel pretty. It's tough being a Carlton supporter at the moment, but oh boy, that's nothing compared to Essendon. They've got no hope. No hope.
They have literally reached a point where they don't care. They really have.
Yeah.
There is nothing in that club. Nothing.
Yeah.
Listless. They need a bit of list. Give them some list.
They're not even nonchalant.
No, they're just like, God, I don't even know.
They are listless. That's right.
They are just horrid. There's no list down at Essington?
No, they need a list. But
I don't. It's a bit like we talk about with Carlton. There's got to be something more than a coach or players or whatever. But Brad Scott's not a silly man, and he has previously been a very successful coach at a club that was struggling in North Melbourne, right? But it can't just be Brad Scott. Like, it's got to be something more. But they were just horrible.
Yeah.
They were the very definition of witches' hats. And then Port Adelaide, who aren't great, got belted the week before.
By North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a wasteland down that bottom of the ladder. Oh man.
But this,
Jeez.
I think this is also a function of this whole sort of evening up the competition. Is that, if you think back only 5 or 6 years, like West Coast won the premiership for us, right?
Yeah.
Essendon's a bit of a basket case for the last forever, but
Yeah.
Richmond, average at best.
Yeah.
They won the flag in 20.
I mean, even
Like the-
Carlton was 5 goals up in the preliminary
in
final
the final.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
3.
2.5.
Well,
2.5 years ago.
Yeah. But it's true, the drop off. It's a bit like if you ever watched
The
Finding Nemo.
drop-off.
The drop off.
The drop-off.
But it is. It's the Finding Nemo theory. The drop off for successful
drop-off.
clubs has been.
Yes.
You might
Yeah.
as well serve them up with chips. But it is the drop off in some of these clubs has just been phenomenal. Everyone's just waiting for, Collingwood, Geelong, Brisbane. In Brisbane in 2 years' time, it would just be horrible.
Yeah. It would be, it'd be worth. I've got a bit of time on my hands now. Maybe I should do a PhD or something in it. What is it about clubs like? Well, Hawthorn could reinvent itself. Even they went down. Geelong hasn't even really gone down, but one day they might. But I don't know. They just keep doing Sydney. West Coast used to be like that, and then what changed? What happened?
But it can only be it can only be culture. Has to be.
Yeah, because everybody has
attitude, culture,
foibles and stuff in the
Correct.
in the draft, but basically everybody's got access to the same pool of players.
Well, the only consistent thing between Essendon and West Coast is probably drugs. But moving on from that,
yeah,
no, but seriously, if you think of Carlton's clearly got cultural issues,
Yeah.
I think, and
Yeah.
I think Essendon's never really got over the whole James Hird drug saga.
Yeah.
And West Coast, I just think's an interesting bit of a
I
bubble.
don't understand
for
West
those
Coast.
guys.
I don't.
No.
I'd love to know. Like, if you're living in Perth, I'm sure you hear. You just hear nothing about West Coast here.
No, you don't. But see, you don't. I don't get the same vibe from Freo, right?
No, I know.
Not at
So
all.
what
And
is the
whether that
difference
means
there?
because they're a sort of a suburb, not a thing, I don't know. But it's bizarre. But
Yeah.
as I say, the Nemo theory is that because Richmond were unbeatable 5 years ago, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and now you couldn't scratch a win together if you tried.
But I think Richmond are starting to look better, and they, from what I understand, they made a conscious choice that they had that period of success, so they traded some of the big players or bigger players so that they could get value in the draft, and then they could do the rebuild faster than some other clubs, maybe.
Well, see, Collingwood's theory has been just to just not retire the players. We're just going to keep playing. They're going to play forever.
Yeah, that's right.
So we are setting the standard for age.
Yeah. Average age of the Collingwood team will be 47.
Well, it will be, but it actually went down this year.
Yeah, we got a few younger players. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're doing all right.
Imagine it'll drop by like 10 years when Pendlebury eventually retires.
But one player will drop the average by about 10 years.
Yeah.
He's not bad, I'll tell you what. No, he's not bad for 38. Tell you what.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Jeez, if I looked and played like that when I was 38, sorry. The other thing is, aside from the fact that he played, God, he looks unbelievable.
Settle down.
Oh, he's just a marvel, that man. Do you know he's never been? He went during the tribunal hearing, which I think is fascinating. They went back to his pre-AFL days. So went back to his like basketball and even there's never been reported in any competition in his whole life.
He's
how
like a
desperate
saint.
were they?
He's gonna be a
Honestly,
saint.
they should mount that man.
Yep. He never answered back to his mum and dad.
No,
he always made his bed in the morning.
I don't think Scott's ever done anything wrong in his entire life. So do you think?
Yeah, clearly.
What'll they do with when he retires? What do you do? Put bronze him or something? Put him outside the MCG
Stuff
in a
him.
bronze.
You'd stuff him. Yeah.
What would
You'd
you'd
do
gotta do
taxidermy. You'd
You
just
gotta do something.
scoop out his insides and
Yeah.
Mount him in the
Oh,
Collingwood.
Is
the
that what they do?
Collingwood,
It's
club
just
room.
so gross. Yeah, we've got to mount him, put his head on a board or something. Like what do you do with an ex-player? He'd have to go on and.
Oh, but he's clearly got footy smarts as well, so he'll walk into a coaching job. He'll be on.
I wonder whether
commentary and stuff. But
I reckon he could be the first player to play without playing. And what I mean by that is, like, there's now 25. No, hang on, 23, isn't there? So 18 on the field, 5 off.
5. Yeah.
So I reckon they'll do is Pendlebury will keep playing as the 23rd man. So he'll go onto the field wearing the whole thing, but he won't actually do anything. He'll just tell people what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So
he'll be a
he could a non-playing player.
Yeah,
he could set definitely the record because he could just play till he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
He could just walk across the boundary line and then walk back. And then he's effectively played the game.
Pick him as the 23rd player, then he just walks off. He played 7,000 games of AFL. But I reckon he could just sit there in the back line, the centre half back, and just stay out of the way of the ball, but just go, come on, Billy, you're over there, and Darcy, you're over there, or whatever. Just point at people. They'll win every game.
What's happening with Darcy Moore? Is he injured?
He had a lingering calf.
A lingering calf.
Yes.
Used to have those on the farm.
Which is a bit like a lingering sheep, except the lingering calf, same as Jeremy Howe. I think they're both back this week. So Darcy was due to come back last week against Adelaide, which would have been damn handy anyway. But came on, had to get through the last training session. The lingering calf was okay, but then had hamstring awareness.
Yes, the old hamstring awareness.
The old awareness.
Yeah,
it's never been an injury in my time of watching AFL. So
no,
awareness.
But it's big. It's big now. Everybody's got some awareness of something.
Tell you what, as you get older, you're pretty much aware of everything.
You are very much aware.
So, like, you wouldn't go out. You wouldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
Hamstring awareness. There will be a time in pre-2000, pre-2010 where someone would have gone, excuse me, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you're aware of your hamstring.
If you could go back and speak to some of those guys that played in the 70s and 80s.
I know. It's just, and it's not good. I mean, you shouldn't be playing when you're injured, but far out. Awareness.
Yeah. But if you're just aware of it, especially it doesn't say it's injured. I'm not aware that I've got an injury. I'm just aware that I've got a hamstring.
Hamstring. It's like, well, kind of. I should have hoped you would be.
You pulled your hamstring, mate. It's like, what? I was unaware that I had one.
I know. That's like. Does that mean that every player that's on the ground is unaware of their body?
Yeah. Yeah. So here comes Darcy Moore's come running out on the field, start of the game, and he's unaware. He's unaware of this.
So he's now officially, when he runs out, he'll be officially unaware of his hamstring.
He has hamstring unawareness.
Yes. Yes. You're only playing Darcy if you're unaware of your hamstring.
Yeah,
otherwise,
are you aware of your hamstring? It's like, it's just under my thigh.
Oh, sorry, can't play.
No.
What about your knee? Oh, that's just below. Oh, shit. That's where we've got knee awareness as well. Fuck.
You know when they say that the player's ready to come back just subject to a test? That's the test. Are you aware that you have a hamstring?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yes. It's like, no.
Sorry, can't play.
Sorry, can't play. Sorry, coach.
Oh, dear, man. That's the true test. Yep, he'll be running out there completely unawares. Dear me.
Right, we're going to wrap up.
We are. That's been fun.
Carlton's playing on Sunday. Okay.
Hey, who are you playing?
Melbourne.
Oh God, that'd be worth not watching. That would be.
I'm just going to watch the first half.
I'd like to be unaware of football on Sunday when you're playing.
Okay. Yep.
So we're playing the Greater Western Sydney Giants on Friday night.
Yes.
Or the Cats and Adelaide as a round opener on It's opening game on for round 3, otherwise known as round 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit bizarre. It's a GMHBA. Jesus Christ, Geelong's
Where?
$1.38.
What? Oh, there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Opening match.
GMHBA. That's down near your way. You should go and have a
Oh,
look.
I should go.
You'll probably
Go
see the
along.
lights from your place.
I'm with GMHBA now. I changed my health
did you?
fund. Yeah, so I
Does that mean you
should get into the stadium for free.
You should. Go and take your health insurance ticket and try and get in.
They'll probably pay like 10% of the entry.
yeah.
You have to fill the gap.
Yeah, exactly. Indeed. Oh, and the Saints and Brisbane. Gee, I hope the Saints get flogged. A bit anti-skilled actually at the moment.
So me too. I hope they just go down the pipe. Like Russ Lyon's just miserable. They've bought all the players. You can't do that, Martin. You can't just go and buy your way to a premiership.
No, I don't think you
Not
can.
since 1995.
You did. Gee, that's been lingering, hasn't it, for a while now? 31.
Yeah. Oh.
The thing that gets me about 31 years is you are so far from a premiership. You think you're taking probably further from a premiership than you've ever been.
Yeah. Well, all the analysis is of all those clubs down the bottom, we're the worst placed to start moving up. So I think I even think West Coast is going to, well, probably Essendon's worse, but West Coast have got some good young talent coming through, and we've got Jagger Smith, and that's it.
He'll be the new Patrick Cripps. I think the theory at Carlton is obviously you get one player and you just grind him into the ground until he can't play anymore. And then you keep going. And then you make him captain.
Yeah.
See, that Docker's $1.04 against Richmond in Perth. Richmond is $11. It's worth having $50 on Richmond at $11, don't you think? You're just going to waste $50, but it's probably worth it. Oh, well, what about the marquee game on Saturday night at Marvel Stadium?
Oh, yes.
Essendon, North Melbourne. Jesus Christ. How can North Melbourne only be $1.50 to beat Essendon? North Melbourne would just have to turn up to beat Essendon, I reckon.
Yeah, surely. Yeah.
My God. The other thing, I'm fascinated with some of these odds. Like Sunday at 12:30 p.m.
12:30.
The traditional time of 12:30 p.m., which is 12 o'clock in Adelaide, mind you.
Yes, we know that, don't we? Because we nearly
noon.
missed the start of our game.
When are we playing games at midday?
Midday.
When was that a thing?
Well, I probably want to get it over, for your birthday. I want to get it going. It's a little happy birthday to Martin too for Sunday.
Oh yeah, for Sunday. Yes.
Yeah.
We're just letting you know that Dominic remembers my birthday now.
Just for the record.
Yes. And then Carlton's $1.97. Your least favourite to win.
By 10 cents. But I don't like talking about betting.
No.
I don't think betting should be constantly.
But Port Adelaide, $1.22 against the Eagles. My God. They won't be very happy in Adelaide because, well, although it is Port Adelaide, not Adelaide Crows. But 12 o'clock midday means you miss your glass of your Cabernet. It means you can't go to the car park and drink your Cabernet out of the back of your car.
You can have 11s. You could be having.
You can.
11s.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Do you have red wine for 11s? It's usually a G&T, isn't it?
Like Port Adelaide, wouldn't they just be beer rather than
actually, that's true.
Wouldn't that be true?
They'd have the keg popped out of the back of the ute.
The ute, yeah. Instead of the Bentley with the red wine, it'd be the keg.
And it wouldn't be a BYD ute. It'd be a proper Holden ute.
Yeah, it'd be
Holden Commodore ute.
I agree.
Lowered.
So 3:15. So you'll be out of your misery at about 6 o'clock on Sunday night.
Yeah,
you have to wait that long. I hate 3:15 on a Sunday. It's the worst time. You have to wait all that time just to stress.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably wrap up.
All right. Good. Well, good luck to you on the weekend. Good luck on Friday night.
Thank you.
Giants. Pity we haven't got Gemma anymore to take the piss out of, but
I know.
That's a sad story up there too. The Giants aren't looking too flash.
Ooh. Anyway, well, they've got a few players back, I think, which they're a bit cock-a-hoop about, but
Cock-a-hoop's a bit strong. I think they might be think maybe they were a bit nonchalant about this year, actually.
Oh,
They need a bit of chalance themselves.
a bit overchalant.
Mm.
All right. Well, you
Anyway.
have got a number of. You probably need to cut this episode into 2 just to get 2 titles. So many titles to
Yeah.
choose from.
Yeah, true.
There's only one that can really work, really. And it's the best.
I think we'll be going with that, yeah.
All right.
Well, it's been
Thank
a
you,
pleasure
everybody.
as always. What
It
can I
has.
play now? I can play something.
What about like the chicken dance?
I don't have that one recorded. Dun, 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 dun. No,
Don't you have the chicken dance?
no chicken dance. I need to put one on.
Well, I think you should add it to in your post-production or
Oh yeah, could do.
yeah, in your editing.
In the meantime,
you
the
need
closest
to-
thing I've got to the chicken dance is this.
It sounds like the chicken dance. So slow. This is like your second half.
It is a really slow song. When we were there trying to sing it at the end of the game, it's like, oh, even the song just sounds like it's
Before we just got over the
never
line.
noticed it before. Not right.
All right, I'm
All
gonna
right,
go.
well, good night from me and good night from you.
Indeed. Good night, from
See ya.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Against the famous old dark blues.